I'm ready.
Y'all! Still Mental Health Awareness Month. We just got done with... Yeah, you'll be fine. We just got done with episode 270. We got Dr. Wheel in the motherfucking house in the building. It's beautiful.
Yes.
It's been a great episode. That was a beautiful episode. It was it challenged me to get out of my uncomfortableness because the way the conversation went, I have to be authentic, and some of the stuff I wasn't ready to say out loud. I kind of shared it with my tribe, my community. I talked about it with my therapist today, and then I was just gonna try to, just kind of put the work in, do what I need to do before I just started sharing it with my everythings. But we pride ourselves on facts are facts over here. So we was hitting on a lot of those points, and it was just like, I gotta speak my truth. I can't be quiet. I found my voice. I gotta keep on using it. The people want to see me. So thank you for that, as always. But yeah, it's Afterthoughts. Y'all ready to get into some shit?
Yes. So now you pick something out the box.
Pick something out the box. Pick the box.
Okay.
This is safe. This is safe.
What is it?
So these are chili cheese fries. That's safe. That's safe, right? That's safe.
That's safe. Those fries are good.
They don't really miss.
It's like almost like to smell like the first hit. Like it's like a.
I don't know. It's new.
You tell us. You open it.
I smell chemicals.
You smell chemicals.
Smell chemicals.
You smell pesticides.
What's the one? Diamond Tap.
Ray number 9.
That's the one y'all always say everything tastes like. Diamond Tap. Is
Ray
that
number
it?
9. Purple 13.
If this tastes like Diamond Tap, I'm gonna be mad.
This would be great with cheese sauce.
Really?
Yep.
Like whose cheese sauce? Like
the little tin cans.
tin cans.
Lab got a cheese sauce from Little Caesars that came with the Mountain Dew.
That would be great for that.
Let's dip it and see. You got 2 of them.
It needs a cheese sauce.
Raw dog
And a cheesy jalapeno.
Cheese jalapeno.
Let's try the cheesy jalapeno. Little Caesars.
Yeah, I got it. Got you. That's
Hot
crazy.
and ready.
That's crazy that you got this. Where'd you get this from?
Little Caesars, because I wanted to try the.
Have you tried them?
What?
The chips.
No. Give me a couple.
That's amazing.
Like 2. That's cool. So we also have Mountain Dew Mango. What is it called? Mango Rush, Mango Blast, Mango something.
That sounds good.
But it's only available at Little Caesars, right?
What?
So I went to Little Caesars yesterday, and I got me some Crazy Puffs because they got the $5 deal.
Those are
the
great,
combo.
yeah.
I love those, right? The 4-piece in a pop. Got me one of them. I'm like, let me bring it to the gang. We can try it live, or not live, but
Cool.
Do it live.
But then I got some of these because I believe in these cheese sauce. These cheese sauces.
Oh, the cheese sauce is amazing. It makes me love Little Caesars, and I try not to tell people I like Little Caesars, but I love Little Caesars though. I like Little Caesars. To me, Little Caesars tastes good when I play video games. It's like video game pizza.
But then,
Oh my God.
my thing about the puffs is that
Oh my God.
That brings it together.
Let me dip that.
Oh my God.
you want to dip that.
Yep.
That's amazing.
Oh my God, it is.
By itself is already
That's
good.
amazing.
Dr. Will has done it again.
Well, that's why you're a doctor.
Oh my God. Hurry up and dip so I can dip. Child.
Wow. That's amazing.
Oh my God.
Child.
That's amazing. That's amazing.
Pour it on a bag and just sprinkle them up. No, give me the dip.
Just sprinkle in the cheese sauce.
Holy
You like
shit.
that?
That's good.
Holy
that's good.
shit.
Yeah, that's the move. That's the move. Yeah, that don't miss. He said, "Run that back.
No, for
Run
real.
it back, Turbo."
No, we don't have to run this back for real.
Wow.
I
Yes.
think we just created. I think we just did something. Did we do something?
That's amazing.
That's a hack.
But where'd you get those chili cheese fries from, though? That's a real question because I didn't know those really existed. That's a Charizard
What
card
store
right there.
was I at? I found 2 different bags.
That's
It
a
was
Charizard
chili
card.
cheese fries
And the Carolina barbecue.
yeah, Carolina barbecue.
We tried those.
I was at a
little
random
while ago.
store. Whenever I go to a store now,
Gas station or store?
Without a snack
this was
line.
the gas station, I believe. And I just always do a walkthrough of the whole store to see if it's anything new that we have never tried before.
Yeah.
I saw these.
That's amazing.
I bought 1 bag of each. Since it was the big bag, I made sure that I didn't open it at all. If it was the smaller ones, which Laugh always tell me I need to buy 2. Because if it's the smaller ones, I'll eat it. But the big bag, $2.99, I was just like, oh, I gotta say this. Because
I'm gonna have to invest in your snack funds. I'm gonna have to sponsor your snack
sponsor
funds.
a snack. You see something you don't want to try, but you want to know if it's good, we'll try it.
That's cool. Okay, I'll
know,
do
we
that.
got-
That
you know,
sounds
we
fun.
gotta-
I love snacks.
We got to compete with all the real, snack enthusiasts in the city.
There's so many.
Stephen Johnson, we see.
But
chicken salad.
good guy.
It's
Plays
a
a
chicken
good
salad.
base.
Oh my God, he's amazing.
Yeah.
Like, I love everything about him.
Yeah.
We call him the evil Mark.
Ooh.
I would love to
The
have
evil
him on the
Watts.
pod.
Like,
Yeah.
because at first I'm like, who's this guy that looked like Watts, but isn't clearly not
Yeah.
Watts?
He also looks like that dude from the Cosby Show too, though.
Malcolm Jamal Warren.
Yeah. Evil Cosby.
Evil Cosby. Evil Malcolm.
Evil Malcolm.
Oh, guys, we have
Correct it. All right.
Mango Rush.
That
Mountain
just
Dew?
sounds like it's.
Mango Rush Mountain Dew, guys.
That just sounds like it's gonna be great.
I know, right? Mountain Dew don't really miss.
It doesn't, and I'm mad that it doesn't. It's that yellow 5 that they just keep in there.
You know
Yellow
what? Let me
vibe.
check. Let
That's a new
yellow
color.
number 5.
And a number.
Take this much.
Yes, a little sip. Yeah, that's good.
That's good. Would you like some?
Yeah.
I'm smelling it like it's riboflavins.
This smells like Saturday night.
Saturday night.
Saturday night
This-
gaming in the basement. Yeah, that's exactly what it smells like.
Yeah, it tastes like Saturday Night Gaming, or it tastes like it's junior
I'm
year.
gaming as soon as I get home.
I'm in my dorm room pre-gaming, and someone brought this.
I know that's right. Heavy on the pregame.
Yeah, this is pre-game. This tastes like pre-game.
You can put 151 in here. And be all right.
Oh wow, that's what you were doing, child.
In 2009, yeah. Before Four Loco took the caffeine out.
It tastes like it. Okay, it's giving me
Sir.
what's that one drink where it's like it doesn't matter how many ice cubes you put in.
Hawaiian punch.
Yep, that's what it tastes like. It tastes like
Hypnotic.
it's giving me that. It's giving me that like I came in late to the party, so the drink's warm, and I just can't get it cold again.
Oh my God.
But I'm gonna drink it anyway because everybody's drinking it, so I gotta catch up.
2020. You got
Yeah.
viscosity.
MD 2020 will never be cold.
You got viscosity.
I can buy it cold, and that shit is hot.
Yeah,
That shit is hot.
I like that the mango is a subtle taste, but it's not overpowering.
it's like watered down, but it doesn't have to be watered. Why are you watering down mango? I don't.
It tastes like what's that? The popsicles that was from the hospital.
Ooh, I love those.
It hit that Pedialyte.
Pedialyte. It's a Pedialyte Mountain Dew. It's
It was in
Pedialyte Mountain Dew. That's what it is.
Y'all-
That's exactly what it is.
Always got it.
It's in the Diamond Tap aisle.
Yeah, there y'all go. I knew y'all would find a way. I knew y'all would find a way to circle
what
it
it
back
is.
to the
Diamond
diamond
You
Tap.
tap.
did not miss with that one.
Wow. But wait, I know that.
Wow, that's nice.
I was there.
That's great.
Child, them chips. You got that's the only
Flintstones.
cup you got.
The Flintstones.
So the dick. I want to put some on one of my
Ooh, that'd be
sandwiches downstairs.
That'd be
Go
good.
to the
sandwich.
Little Caesars
That
and
is a
get
good
you a couple
sandwich.
cheese.
I don't even like Little Caesars.
Walk in there and be like, "Can I get 4 cheesy jalapeno cheese cups, please?"
They got jalapenos in around.
It's cheesy jalapeno.
It's little flakes of jalapeno in there.
Fake flakes.
Fake
Right.
flakes.
We
It's like
don't know.
parsley. It's like parsley.
Right.
It's
What's
parsley.
downstairs?
Steaks.
Blanding. Sorry.
Phillies. Cheesesteaks.
You got another cut?
We don't. That's the problem.
But see, she do be having cheese sauce down here.
Now she does. We gotta look. We gotta
All right,
ransack
Yeah, right.
the refrigerator. You know, when we go down there.
It's 5 stars.
That's fine.
Five
Okay,
star.
sorry.
That's fun.
I'm just saying, because look,
Shout out
I'll
to
never
my
forget
mom,
that when
man.
I put that cheese whiz that she be having
Yeah,
on one of them. I was like, hold on.
we always keep Cheese Whiz in the house. I don't care what none of y'all say.
Ooh,
Okay,
excuse me.
we are a Cheese Whiz family, a Tostitos family.
Yeah.
We will use that. She will use that Tostitos cheese sauce in macaroni if she want to, bitch.
I mean, but-
it's gonna set it off. I'm telling you.
It's kind of like the ranch of things. Like people put ranch on everything. It's same energy. Oh, see? Yeah.
She didn't order that.
I didn't order it though. I don't order ranch.
Oh,
I'm black.
Oh, yeah.
I don't like ranch. Tell your story, and I'll tell mine. I'm still upset about
If
it.
ranch is there, it's there. But I'm like,
No.
I wouldn't ask for it.
No.
Tell my story. All right. Shout out to my mother. Like I said, took her to Red Lobster. We sat at the bar, ordered our food and stuff like that. Got her a real Long Island. I sit next to this gentleman who was, just having a casual conversation with another gentleman. Real nigga shit. He had a margarita. Red flag there. But none of my business, right? I don't care. I'm just saying it is. It's
That's
a red
great.
flag.
Keep going. Yeah, it's great. It's great. That's
Men
great.
can't drink margaritas.
Y'all
Not
can do
Red
what y'all
Lobster.
want. Yeah,
At
with
Red
the,
Lobster?
with the blue
Touche.
rim. You really want to have a blue rim margarita
It was flavored.
as a man? It was flavored. It was something orange, probably mango.
He's probably not a drinker.
That's
was
a
an
lie.
olive in it.
So,
Not with the fruit.
of course, because we're so inviting, me and my mom, every time we go out, we're very inviting. People gravitate to us and just want to talk to us. So
He got the energy. Yeah.
instantly, he was like, oh, I lost my mom in 95 and blah, 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 this, that, and the third.
Ooh.
And I could feel, I'm like, oh,
95.
happy Mother's Day. And I could tell y'all out here, this and that. Cool. I'm like,
The
well,
end.
he was like, I wish. He was like, I wish I could just, have that energy. I was like, well, we just going to be dishing some to you. So then he just keeps talking. He's flirting with me. He's flirting with my mom. Back to flirting with me. Everybody tells their ages. He says he's 55, so he right in the middle of me and my mom.
Y'all needed that 3.
I knew he was gonna do that. I'm about to mute his
sorry.
mic.
Oh shit, I'm not too.
You are too.
Oh,
You made it. Go ahead. All right.
I'm
He
invested.
just casually. Thank you, somebody. He's casually asking us where we're from. She was like, "Oh yeah, I'm in so and so." I'm like, "Yeah, I'm in blah blah blah." He was like, "Oh, I just shot 2 people in blah blah blah." So I'm like, "Okay."
Oh, then caught up.
Now, wait a second. Hold up, wait a sec. I thought it was okay. So when he said that, now did he look you in your eyes, or did he smile, or was it more like a?
He was slightly embarrassed. I would say that.
Okay.
But, like
I wanna
looking at
know-
him, I'm like, he's
yeah.
not like he's smiling, but it's like it's in a way that it's like I don't even know why I'm telling you this, but I'm telling you this.
Because you made him feel seen and loved, and he probably doesn't have family, and so he's trying to connect with you
Yeah,
on a
he
deeper
says
level.
he says he
immediately,
comes up here every weekend.
Oh,
He's from New York.
oh.
He had a grill at 55. One of them. I don't know what that means. So
But when someone says something about losing somebody in the '90s,
yeah.
He drive to Red Lobster every weekend from New York.
And he
Do they
because
not have Red Lobsters in New York?
no, he knows these bartenders.
Beyonce went there.
Supposedly, and I'm not gonna lie, the looks of these bartenders, I mean, because they were white, they were Caucasian, they were of the Caucasus Mountains. However, the one had nails, lashes, sew in.
so them,
Yeah, look like they do a little something on the side.
yeah.
So, and I don't like to judge. I mean, and I don't care if he did. Honestly, I ain't fucking you.
My thing is not about the shooting; it's about the
Wow.
What did he want y'all to do after that? Right? Did he want like some embrace of like acceptance or like what was he? So how did it? Yeah,
So
how
let
did
me.
it
I was
transpire?
about to
Yeah.
say, let me continue. So then
Yeah.
I was like, okay, well, I'm clearly not trying to look shook.
Right.
I don't want to. I don't want to look shook. So then I looked at him and I was like,
School shooting friendly.
right. I'm like, well, I'm like, well, you seem like a nice guy. I'm sure whatever happened was warranted. With a straight face, the straightest of faces. My mother didn't even hear the whole "I shot 2 people in blah." Right, she didn't even hear that part. So she's still like, "Oh my God, look at my garden, look at my like." She just.
He's like, I'm gonna put them in the garden.
Right, like, oh, I'm gonna lay you right there.
Right, I'm putting this.
But no, and we took his number down and stuff like that. And then later on, after we get to his house, I was like, delete this number. I'm like, I feel like you missing parts. So I'm like, delete this number. She was like, oh, I was going to text him and be like, thank you for, because he ended up paying for our meals and drinks. See, that's the other thing.
He put the foot in the door.
Yeah. And me, I'm good at this. I'm very appreciative, and I'll show you that I'm appreciative. But I'm leaving. Okay? Like, we're done here. I can't even do
we gave you family. That was the thing. We gave you family, pay for our meal. That's that.
I think I served my purpose here, and me and my mom only wanted one drink, and then that's when we slid to his house, and that's when I told her, I was like, he did say, he feeling on me like, oh, ha ha, well, thighs and all up here. I'm like, you so beautiful. Look at me deep in my eyes and shit, and I'm like
that kind of party.
And I told her, I'm like, well, I am in a committed relationship with a woman, like.
Oh, yeah. But him being on, he's not even thinking. Boundaries aren't even a real thing at that generational age.
And that's whatever. And I think the other thing is that I'm used to it. I'm so used to it, and I'm so good at it. I kind of expect it. Like I know what happens when I go out with my girl. I ain't gonna lie. I know what happens, especially with older men. Older men love me. I don't know what it is, but probably the young part, but also I don't know.
Also, you keep it real, and they know they can shoot straight with you.
Yeah. I think so. Yeah, I think that too. But I get that from my mother.
But so, let me ask you this. Did he ask about any part of the story of him shooting? Like did he say his reason, his justification?
Well, I was like, I'm like, did you?
What does he do for a job? What does he do for a living? It's like security.
Well, he did mention that he does a lot of promo for radios up here. He said that.
Broad.
So what would ever have to make him put himself in a situation where you have to shoot somebody if he's in the radio?
I don't know, but then that's why I looked at him. I was like, "But you seem so nice. Well, I'm sure whatever happened was warranted."
And then he said,
"You so nice. You so beautiful." He drunk. Like all that. Just
that's your weakness.
I asked. I'm like, so you been in jail? He's like, yeah, I did some time. I'm like, okay.
Had to be a relationship. You don't talk about shooting 2 people unless there's a relationship. One person, it sounds like a vendetta. 2 people, it sounds relational.
Yeah, because when he said, I shot 2 people and blah, 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 that was crazy. Like
I used to work with serial killers, so.
Love it. Listen, expand your circle. I'm with it.
No, I think
they're people too.
How do you deal with them?
They are.
Yeah, they're people too.
They're all human.
Arm's length, because I can't even deal with crazy people for real.
Let alone a serial killer.
Huh?
I said, let alone a serial killer.
Facts.
I mean, you just murder people. That's not really a serial killer.
If you one of them people
people.
that be just randomly cussing people out for no reason, I hold you at arm's length. I don't like that. You go off for nothing. I hold you at arm's length. Right. I can't get that
at this point though, what is crazy? I think that's
that's subjective.
Because you could just have bad communication skills and you cuss people out.
Was considered crazy, and they wrote in the newspapers that you could never fly an airplane.
And I don't mean that. I don't mean like miscommunication. I'm talking about like people who just don't get their way or have communicated their boundaries and they have been crossed, and then now they are lashing out. I don't like that. Can we contain this?
So take boundaries?
No, that's
control.
Control, right?
In this generation,
people
it's
who
called
don't
crash
have
outs.
Control, I keep at arm's length. I think that's my thing.
People that lack self control, or they feel like they're justified in their out of control.
Thank you.
That's
it's like It's like, I beat that bitch up, but she blah blah blah. Like, no,
Like
fam.
she stepped in front of me at Subway. It's
Thank you.
Like,
and then that doesn't warrant you putting your hands on nobody.
It doesn't.
Right. No.
Everybody should keep their hands to themselves.
That because my thing is everybody has a reason, and so if you remove your reason for that, so you can be justified, it means you were just waiting for a reason. But
you were just waiting.
That's premeditated crash out.
An excuse.
It is an excuse.
Yeah,
it's an excuse. It is premeditated.
Yeah. That's why people are like, "Oh, I ain't going to the club. I bring my gun when I go to the club." Then why were you there? Why? Like, we're supposed to be there going to dance, meet somebody. Right. But if you have to bring a gun to the club, if you'd be worried about that,
you shouldn't be going in the first place.
Go.
Exactly.
Stay in the house.
You shouldn't be going to any establishment you feel like you need to have your gun on you. You need to be in a house.
And if you feel like you have to do that everywhere you go, that means probably you're not living the lifestyle that you probably should be living.
Look, speaking of people,
sorry, never mind.
Things align. Speaking of people who are meeting consequences for living a lifestyle, the Diddy trial has started.
Oh no!
And it has started. The first witness was a male escort. The second witness, I don't know if she's going to continue after today, is actually Cassie.
Oh.
Escort or?
Please.
No, Cassie. The first.
What's the difference?
I guess it's not that much of a difference.
Okay, thank you.
But it is also a clear difference because I don't know. It's one of those. This trial is going to be interesting, and it's going to be a lot for people to hear. Hey, his daughters walked out on the first day.
Allegedly.
No, they walked out.
It wasn't over with, or they walked out in between time.
They walked out as soon as the male escort on the first day, as soon as he voiced how he was paid to fuck Cassie while Diddy was sitting there masturbating. They're not guilty. They're children. They're his daughters.
Well,
they walked out. All three of them.
Then? You already knew what it was gonna be
because they are there to support their father.
You thought it was gonna be rainbows and marshmallows?
Because it ain't gonna be.
It's not. But so can we pause there? Don't say nothing else. No offense. I still want you to talk, but to be because it's multiple things to be talked about, and to the people out there who try to make fun of, drag, however you want to put it, for his children and his family for still supporting him while he's going through this. He's still a person. They still love him.
That's still his dad. Yeah.
He's still their dad.
No matter what.
He's still their uncle, their son, their father.
Yeah, so why we have welcome home parties for people that kill people.
Yes, because they're still family. They still have
family.
People that care about them, even though they are.
It's family.
Yeah, it
Free
doesn't.
Lil Ray Ray, but Lil Ray Ray and Hog Tie, Keisha from down the street,
trying to bash
family,
them for loving their father.
Forgiven.
I didn't say he's forgiven. I just want people I want people to understand that people are still people. People do wrong things.
Relationships are still relationships. You cannot be mad at how their daughters feel. And knowing, especially knowing like you're living a life where you're probably with somebody that doesn't even love you and you're still in a relationship and everybody knows it. How you met, like we all have situations that we know that we could be better in and we have not made it's very judgmental. It's very judgmental.
So when do you persecute?
Is it your job to persecute?
It's not
our job.
So when it comes to
it's the jury's job, and
innocent or guilty.
The jury are the people,
but you're not one of them though.
But you could be selected by random.
You weren't.
Regardless, innocent or guilty, that's still them child's father.
Right. Exactly.
Right.
Period.
They don't want to see that. They
it doesn't matter what the fuck we think.
They don't want to see that part of the
family. Cares? Who cares what we think?
So stop doing that. I just want to I want to say that though, because it don't make sense. Especially speaking of a son of someone who has been to prison and done some shit that will have people with picket signs and stuff. He's still my father. I talk about him all the time, but guess what? He's still my father.
Exactly.
So you be careful what you said, because he's still my father.
Right. And that's all Fats be talking about. That's it. As long as you have this, because I remember at one point it wasn't this nice. This is how I know you're growing.
Growth is real.
Oh, it's
I've
very
been putting
apparent.
the work in.
It's very apparent in this relationship. I think that's what I'm saying. Like in the relationship between you and your father, it's very much apparent. That's what I see on the outside looking in, you know. And we've had many, you know, extensive talks. But then, you know, Fats say what Fats say, and it's like, you know, this still your dad, man, and blah blah blah. And then you would be like, and it's like, no, that's still your dad. Like I understand what he's saying. And I also understand what you're saying, but to see you, it's a scale.
Pray for both sides.
Yeah,
because there's a loss happening, no matter how it went down or whatever. Both sides.
But it's beautiful.
But that's
beautiful.
But that's the hard part about
it's not
this whole
forgiveness.
Case,
we know you don't condone of what he did and things of that nature. We know that, but it's like, damn, that's still my dad.
And I'm not justifying anything by saying this, but with everything that this trial is going to be and the stories that we hear, what we're getting is the most extreme of moments. So it sounds like it was just this rampage of just brutality, when it's over periods and years and decades of moments of, like, there were great times, there were weird times, there were freaky times. And there was a lot of consenting people along with this. Oof. And so a lot of consensual people that were benefiting in that moment, and now they're now relevant again, but they also were a part of it. They're going to be not on the pedestal, right? And so, like, for an escort to be flown out to do something is a normal thing in that business, but it's also not considered sex trafficking legally. Right, but that's also a part of the business. I got flued out. People say, "Oh, I'm trying to get flued out." I'm like, "No, you're not.
Right,
that's illegal. That's illegal. You don't want to be flued out. That's not like. Let's be careful with our words. I work with sex trauma survivors and traffic, and it's like, be very careful with our words, because we socialized and we made it cool. Yeah. Okay. And so now people are starting to make it cool, and when really, and then now it's like, oh, I just got flued out. But then 5 years later, oh, I was trafficked. Oh my God. It's like, well, during that time, that was the culture.
Semantics.
That was the culture. That was the industry. That was the lifestyle.
That was didn't work.
I thought that's what you wanted. Then you want to get flued out.
You
coming here for?
This is where cancel culture becomes,
and it's so tricky. Tool. It's very tricky, and now it's being weaponized in the protection. But now one person is being the mere subject, when there is a whole team, that was supportive of this. So it's just, you know,
are they aware?
Most of them always are.
Oh yeah,
you agree?
Everybody. Well, the R. Kelly situation was a little different, but
it was. It wasn't, because I still feel like all those people should go down. Also, the same way I feel like.
I still believe the parents should go down too. But
absolutely. Okay.
But I also understand that, once again, if you want the fame, if you want the power, you have to deal with the problems too. And also, like, for me, like, eventually I'm going to get to a higher place in my life. There's going to be someone, oh, they were a jerk to me back then. This was this. And that's going to be the story. But you're never going to see all the thousands of things that I just helped out and did.
Yeah, that's a power trip.
So that's also a part of the life in the industry too.
Especially when you're trying to buy NBC or something.
That's a power trip, though.
I'm sorry.
What I want to, because that brings up something that I have been wondering.
Yeah.
I understand people doing things wrong. But when does it get to a point where the law, society, however you want to put it, where it's just like, why you ain't speak up sooner? And I never want to silence the person speaking out. And even as somebody who has done the work to grow and be better and to be able to voice things better than what I did 3 years ago or even 10 years ago, I get that. But when does it get to a point where it's just like,
what was your point?
Why are you trying to hold these people accountable and you want them to write a check for you now.
Like the whole Byron Scott thing.
Exactly. That's, clock it, because that's exactly where I was going. He said he had a young lady came out and she is basically saying that
35 years later, by the way.
That she was forced to have sex with him in like a bathroom or something at her school.
A janitor closet.
And what he is saying is, one, I didn't know she was underage. And two, I didn't know I was forcing her. She seemed hot and ready.
And see,
and three, how do you remember after all these years?
And four, why the fuck does it matter now?
Exactly.
That's such a tricky place because
my bad.
It's out of the realm of
no. It's the truth because that's what I'm getting at. When I saw the story, I was just like,
now it's all about what you remember.
When I heard the story, I was just like, you conveniently was there for after school testing, tutoring, something. You just so happen to be the only person left. The only people was him and his whole crew. Y'all had sex in a random like stuff. It just 35 years later.
I mean, today, look, it just happened today. A 17-year-old girl literally just flew to Cleveland to meet with her boyfriend that she'd never met before in her life.
Stupid.
And the police intercepted it and was like, "We were trying to protect you from this."
Thank God.
They've been following that. And she said, I don't got nobody. I don't have nobody. You knew that you should not be leaving from Florida to Ohio at 17 years old on a flight to someone you never met. You met them online. Whose fault is that?
That's
right.
Her own.
And I hate to even move the goalposts. That's why when some of these girls go missing, it's like, fam, they're not missing. You just don't know where they are.
You just don't know where they are. Let's just keep it on this instance.
Okay, sorry. So
with the Byron, that just
why not after 35 years? Why now? Right? And unfortunately, it is difficult to bring something up when you don't have the power. You don't have the power. And the thing is that seeing someone successful, and this is going to sound really weird, but a man dominating a woman and then they become in power, those bodies have been used for their success. He needed those bodies to have success. That was power. That was truly great, gaining power. Not just because you're a great producer, a rapper.
I'm not gonna lie. I need sex for me to be the best, the absolute best person that I can be. I need that shit.
Exactly. You become attracted to your
bust it open. It makes me better. Your
trauma becomes attractive.
And that opens up though, because the truth is that type of power is a muse, right? It opens you up in a way. And for him, learning how he did it so well that he created his own. I know what I like. I know how I like it. I know what it looks like. I know how I need to have it. I need to have my power my way. I know what makes me successful. And I got the money, the accolades, the record deal to show and prove all that. And also, she saw that too. You have the power, the record deal, the everything. I'm going to be around you and I'm going to deal with and tolerate it because I want the power too. And unfortunately, in this dynamic, a lot of men will use women's bodies to gain, and women will use their bodies to also gain too. But it all depends on who's getting hurt first and who has the power. And unfortunately, stereotypically,
and they'll wait 30 years to bring it back up.
So that sounds very much like grooming.
I feel like only women can do that. Wait 30 years to bring it back up.
When we realize, I hate to say this, but when we realize that women actually have all the power,
yes,
they do,
then we'll actually change the world.
It's my favorite card to slap on the top.
They won't. I don't know.
Women have to acknowledge it though, but women.
I don't think that it's women. That's because women acknowledge it. I think it's the male ego. And if we want to be honest, it's not really
them do that.
If we want to be honest, it's not the male ego. It's the Caucasian male ego. Because I think black men overall, we have realized a long time ago that black women are the ones.
Yeah. And that, I don't know if we should talk about this. What is it that? Okay, I'm being recorded for
Confidence.
This. Yes, come on. This is a safe space.
Okay, when when you hear
Oh, it's
what are you gonna say? What are you gonna say?
Take your time.
It can be conflated, but go ahead, take your time.
Okay. What do you hear every time when you hear a black woman that dates a white man? What do you hear a statement that's always usually said?
Control.
He makes me feel I can be myself. I can just be myself. I'm removed from the judgment, the work.
It's a conundrum.
No, it's different. Black men is different.
Okay,
it's
got
different.
it.
It's completely different.
No, because I feel like usually black men when they're dating white, it always comes off as an ego thing.
It's an ego thing.
You do what I tell you to do.
It's a relief for black women. It's a relief for black women to like there's something different.
I thought it was a relief for black men too.
It never came up as a relief to me. It came up as a control.
Continue. I'll speak from my personal experience.
All I'm saying is this: is that what I've noticed is that there's always this moment where they want black men to become the best white man they can. Black women was like, I want a black man that can do this, this, and this. I'm like, that sounds like a really good white man. Mm-hmm. It's always this mindset of this patriarchy of what a white man represents: security, safety, structure, foundation, consistency, money, power. And when on the power, and when a black man has that moment, they usually do it through what? Sports, entertainment, these type of things, legacy, right? And what happens is that they can form power to those things rather than the actual identity of a man. And a lot of black men feel like their output is more important than their input, which is why black men have to consume so much of black women's bodies.
It becomes
because of that, right? It's security, and they know that a black woman's going to take. Because if you give a black woman 2 things, she's going to give you back 4. You give her back 3, she's going to give you 6.
Yeah.
Black women are naturally produced. That's why you think about how in music entertainment, why is it that all black women were the ones running the money and the books and behind it all?
Because they've been there.
They've been doing that.
Time out.
They've been there.
They don't want.
Which black women? They're black.
The ones back in the 70s and the 80s.
I'm about to say the mothers. Because that's what I seen.
Grandma is the baby now.
That's where I see a whole influx in just a lot of the athletes.
Our mothers.
Hold on. Just a lot of the athletes. Everything is in their mother's name.
Yes.
They like just to protect.
Yes.
Just because they gonna fuck around with a floozy, and the floozy is gonna sue you.
They're gonna run their game,
right? And so, what is the first thing they say? Oh, well, when she tried to sue him, he sent his paperwork in, and looks like he has nothing in his name because everything is in his mama's name. You goddamn motherfucking right, because you gonna do some bullshit.
She know what she's doing
because she's gonna do everything she can to protect it, even if it means hurting herself.
She's bred for it.
A black woman's gonna take care of everything, even if it means hurting herself.
Yeah,
and that type of sacrificial life does not give a eternal love, right? It goes beyond like that's a sacrifice.
It's
a
I'll
sacrifice.
Give you up.
Yeah.
For the sacrifice of the whole people. Because that's what it is. I'm sorry. I don't know where to go from that. But yes.
I was scared to say that because it's not like I'm nothing against interracial, like anything. I have nothing against that.
I mean, neither.
My issue is that
use these.
I'm hearing this. I hear the same statements. And it's this false sense of protection, this false sense of security, this false sense of identity as what a man is, and it's not equal to what a black man's heart has always been. And I think black men have lost themselves in what it is to understand what presence is. A black man's presence is one of the most valuable things that you can ever have. True black masculinity is presence.
Yes.
It's presence. And so when black men show up, the presence matters. Why we do the 100-man march? Why did the Nation of Islam wear the black suits and that? Like, why is that iconic? It's because our presence was actually supported and loved and cherished. And then that makes us want to do the right thing. But unfortunately, that was broken down so much that we don't even understand what presence even means. So we're just grabbing that shit that makes us feel right.
Boys.
Separate the man from his family, and you get where we are today.
These are facts, because that's all it is.
Black man doesn't have presence; they have no purpose. They have no purpose. They take.
And you have no knowledge.
So to piggyback literally off of what he said, because I think this is what people need to realize with Diddy being on trial.
Digest.
His presence has been there. Diddy has been a figure in all of our lives, even before and after Cassie.
Yes.
And while I need everybody to understand.
He told us to vote or die.
Really, I had a vote or die T-shirt.
We have to stop. We have to stop acting as if this man is not
exactly
him. So what I need people to also understand is this is the second day now, technically. Y'all need to understand that while give Cassie some grace in the sense of the fact that the lawyers, they are talking to the jurors. They are building a timeline. They're building her credibility to understand that she was in the thick of it. Right. So more than anybody else, she can speak on the stuff that he is actually getting charged for.
Right.
Oof. And they'll get there with the racketeering and all of this. But even the fact that she said, hey, it was obvious that I didn't want to get pissed on by him and the male escort.
But you're there though. You're living the lifestyle though. We have to question that. You're there. You know what this is.
You were so high and ready.
You know what the cast couch is. You
know
so
high
you were so high and ready. She has already admitted that a lot of this stuff she was okay with doing it at first.
Golden showers.
No, she said with the piss and stuff, she was never okay with it.
To your supporting, loving mother and
father.
But your point is,
anyways, as I was saying, she got to a point where she was saying
Where are my
no.
Glasses?
She got to a point where she was saying no, and she didn't want to do this anymore. She did it at first, which I think more people should do in a relationship.
But in a relationship, we often do things that we don't want to do. But then we realize, okay, that's cool, but I don't think that's going to be me.
And unfortunately, unfortunately, she was in a situation where the person she was
caught on camera.
Shut up. It was that too, but she was with a person. No, she was with a person that when she was able to voice that no, I tried it. It's not for me. Unfortunately, she was with a person that has so much control and power. Okay, bitch, you said you don't want it. Well, guess what? The show must go on. Yeah, you are absolutely right. It is all alleged. It is all alleged.
Thank for your fictional tale.
I just love that you're bringing this up because I think we're gonna get shots of moments, but we're never gonna see the development of how it all became what it is. Because there's so many things happening, and he's done more than just been this monster, right? He has done so much for the community, with the community, and the thing is that over a year of 35 to 40 years straight of just hardcore in the main industry, you cannot go unscathed. You're not going to be an Obama, right? You're not, and especially in the dirty industry like the music industry, you are not going to end clean like that, right? There's a reason why Project Pat became a pastor. Right? There's a reason why these things happen.
Yeah.
It's not. Sean became ambassador, didn't he?
Manipulation.
Right? There's a reason why Snoop became the Olympic mascot.
Remember Snoop Lion?
Snoop Lion. He wasn't on trial for murder.
You gotta go to the Lord.
Coming back to the murderers. Look at you having conversations with murderers.
Jay-Z made crack and now he in billions.
So my thing is everybody has a history. It's just that his is so great that he has to be the one to fall. Unfortunately, that is the way of our society. The greats have to fall.
See, this is my pushback though. A lot of greats don't have to fall. It's been plenty of greats where their record is clean and they die off in the sunset as being
that
great.
You don't know that you don't.
Who? They all did.
Who? Michael not? Prince not?
He did.
Well, no, because
Biggie did.
So Hold on. I will go to Michael since I throw a lot of he's dead and he's dust on his name when it comes to the Queen.
I love Michael.
Michael was proven not guilty in the court of law.
Don't matter.
I understand that's where I'm getting at. And he was proven not guilty. So a lot of the dirt that's thrown on his name and his legacy, he didn't do. A jury of people, they saw all the facts that were presented to them. And they was just like, he ain't do this. Society, unfortunately, because they're ignorant, they don't care. So somebody like Michael, he don't deserve that because he didn't do anything. Because if he legit did and it was proof to prove it,
or if he did, he got away with it. Smooth criminal. No pun.
Well, my thing with what I was saying is that to be in this industry and that successful, you had to do, you did something.
I agree.
It's just that you being a black successful talent, the radar's gonna be on you.
Yeah.
Welcome to Hollywood. It's a nasty place. What did
Denzel say? It's like something like after it goes to a party, he only stays for a party for 1 hour.
Yeah.
And then he
leaves.
That's
Denzel is one.
Lav as fuck.
Others, if I could actually sit down, not in where I'm sober and think of like people, it's those out there, even the ones who look like us, the black ones. It is. My difference with Diddy is I just understand of me and my age. By the time I got to really comprehend and remember stuff and take it in for what it was, those rumors of Diddy being a creep was already out there.
Tried that.
Even before he got with Cassie, I had already just a normalness.
Yeah, his reputation preceded.
Yeah, like it was already out there that he was having freak offs and all that type of stuff, and he may be linked to, murders, and he beating up people. We saw Making the Band.
Right.
I watched Making the Band faithfully.
Went live.
I was gonna drive to Detroit to try out for Making the Band. My nigga, I was
gonna drive to New York for that cheesecake. I wanted to walk.
I was gonna walk.
We seen it first.
So we watched it. Once you broke your leg and
hell the fuck no. If I'm back at home, I'm back at home. That's it. That's all.
Did they sue?
So I made it out.
Hold on. Here's.
What else do I need?
Y'all sign up for it.
So you asked the question,
and I know what I'm signing up for.
Right.
Yes.
So
when you're 14 and 15, knowingly going to R. Kelly's house, you know what you're going in.
What you're doing, and your mama knows too.
That's where the parents come in.
Come from,
what I want to say though is, even though somebody has said yes 1,000 times, a no is still a no.
Girl, I
don't care. No,
that's the truth.
Before I bite you and I'll come outside.
But unfortunately, this is the new way of life. This is the new way of love. This is the new way of lust, right? And this is the new rule for that. And so, it's important to understand that everyone is an emotional liability. Everyone is a sexual liability. They don't care if you're married or not. Everybody is a liability at this point. Doesn't mean you can't have fun. Doesn't mean you can't have, but you have to understand that you are a liability. With how much power you have, you are a liability no matter what you do. So all those people that are watching him having freak offs, who is protecting him? Who is checking him? They all consented. Everybody consented. It was like you said, it was happening before. It all got popular.
It was. So
your face is everything.
Yeah, because I'm very big on also with the Diddy stuff. If you was really out here spiking liquor and contaminating the lube and the baby oil gel, you remove that out so that's what I'm waiting for to come out. The Cassie stuff, I get it. They're witnesses, but I'm ready to see if the prosecution can prove that he legit was out here at these parties. He was spiking the alcohol before these people even got there, so they didn't know. At that point, they don't know. I'm thinking I'm drinking Ciroc. I'm not thinking I'm drinking Ciroc with pink cocaine or what was the other one? Blue Dolphin.
Yeah. You know something.
By that point, it's too late.
You know, if I go outside, I might crash and die.
No, but at that point, it's still too late because you have removed. No.
What?
No, because I'm king of staying at home. I'm king of staying at home. But if I decide to go outside, even if we left right here and I decide to go to a bar,
house. Girl, what? What you mean? What's that?
Even if I decided to go outside right now and go to a bar,
if they go to Medusa, I know I might get shot.
I'm not going to Medusa though. But if I decide to go, where's the place that we went to the one night where the lady decided to twerk on me and then she wanted to pull her pants down?
Milton.
I didn't sign up for that.
Same thing.
No, it's not the same thing.
Before they revamped it.
Oh, okay.
Stay at home.
Why should I have to stay at home because bitches don't know how to keep their pants up, or because people don't know how to not spike alcohol?
Okay.
Shut up.
Welcome to being a woman.
At this point. No.
Welcome to Vegas.
No. That's all I'm saying.
Welcome to Vegas.
No. People sign up to just live their lives and have fun. Nobody signs up to go to an establishment and they decide, I want to have a shot, and that shot got some pink cocaine in it.
Exactly.
I agree.
No.
And that's my thing.
No, that's not okay.
See, me on the other hand, if I was gonna do all that, because I think I will admit, I idolize Diddy a lot. Like, I'm like, I want all that.
She is a reform toxic.
I am. I've grown out of it, you know. Yeah, all that. But
Blessed
like, I would at least offer the pink cocaine and the blue dolphin. Like, I'm not gonna. Yeah, a choice. Like, I don't.
Thank you.
And it's not
like
he robbed people.
I like
choice.
I want you to want to do it with me.
You controlled my experience.
Or, matter of fact, I just want you to have a good time with me, and whatever it is that you do, you can do that.
Slavery was a choice,
but I'm not gonna make. And that is it, ladies and gentlemen.
sorry.
Yep. Wow.
Yo.
Memory unlocked. 500G.
Holy
memory
fuck.
Unlocked.
Child.
Wow.
Okay.
Holy
and in that instance, we gotta
This Mountain Dew is okay.
We gotta save our dude from himself. The Pope is black.
What?
Allegedly.
No, he doesn't claim it. He doesn't claim it.
No, I'm not.
He don't claim it at all.
Thank you. And he ain't black. I'm done.
He claimed that he's not black, but he wrong.
But shout out to the first American Pope, and that was Afterthoughts after.
Eagles and crosses.
That was Afterthoughts after episode 270.
I'm not giving him the black Pope. He not getting no shit like that. He don't even look black.
He don't paint a new apartment other than
but he had black grandparents.
I don't give a fuck what he got. I'm 15% white. You don't see me claiming white.
You know how dominant he is.
Oh yeah, you can see
the black jeans.
Obama.
Yeah, I mean, you can see his skin's a little like different though. You can tell. Like,
he's from Chicago. He's from Chicago.
He doesn't look American. I'll say
he
that.
definitely looks American.
You think so?
No, he look American.
He looks international to me. He looks
like a white man.
I didn't know he was from Chicago. I'm not gonna lie.
I didn't know he was from Chicago. I just knew he was white.
He look olive like the Italians.
Olive. They look like olive. Yeah, he looks like olive. Olive skin.
They have a
greenish, like a.
That's the white with some black in them. Hey, this was
that's not. See,
no. This was Afterthoughts.
Don't make it
know you're white.
We tried chili cheese, hot fries.
There's so many colored whites.
It's too many different whites.
Go get you some cheesy jalapeno dipping sauce.
I can look at a white
Little
chick
Caesars
titties and be like, "You're
for
Irish."
the chips.
I can tell, man.
Literally,
I can tell.
I can do that.
I can tell Germans.
What is
Germans?
Yes.
From
oh my god.
Slovakia.
Germans
try Mountain Dew. Also, the Mango Rush.
Mango Rush.
We tried Mango Rush.
Go to Little Caesars, y'all.
Hit up Little Caesars. They got it all. This was Afterthoughts after 270. I'm just Jer. She's a Lucky Laugh. He's Mars on the switches. He's Dr. Wheel. And we the ones. Gang gang.